Frank Rock, House of Orange TV, the Lady Vols. A pretty rough week. Gets a little rougher today. Season opener against number 9 NC State in Greensboro. The Lady Vols fought 80-77. And I think there's a lot they can look back on in this one. And there was opportunity there. Let's put it that way. With it, make sure you hit that like, that share, that subscribe as we go forward here. Tough game today. Tough opponent, good opponent to start out with. There's things to like today. There's things to not like. There's things that we see that we saw last year as well with it. Obviously, the week started out for the Lady Vols with the dismissal Ruby Whitehorn. How much could Ruby Whitehorn have helped today? I think it's possible that could have been a big help. Could that have been a difference in the game? It's up for debate, obviously. But I thought this team still had enough to win that game today. And, the bottom line is bad shot selection at times and lack of stops is what cost them in. If you look at the stats on the day, it was a pretty evenly played game. The stats were really pretty even. There's one that stood out to me, actually two, but they played off of one another in the end with it. Looking at for the Lady Vols, they had a lead. What was it, 8 points? Right? No, 10 points. 10-point lead at one point. NC State come back, got up by 8 at one point. And the Lady Vols come back. They come back and took the lead. A big shot by freshman Mia Paldo late in the game. Of course, Talasia Cooper played a heck of a game today. Janiah Barker played a heck of a game. Had some big shots as well. If I go down to the stat column on it, of course, Barker had 15 points, 2 boards on the day. She was 3 of 5 from three-point range. Nia Robertson, 7 points, 6 rebounds. Here's one. Z Spearman did her job on the board with 9 points, but only 3 points. 1 out of 8 on field goals. Mia Paldo was 10 points. 1 out of 8 from three-point. The one she hit was a big one, and 6 rebounds. And I thought Tennessee – let's see, who was it? Paldo, there was, under 2 minutes to go. If I'm wrong on my time, forgive me on that. Paldo missed. Spearman got the rebound. They caught her on the line. And I'm telling you, when they showed the replay, I'm not so sure that Spearman's foot was on the line. She had thrown it back out, and the shot got hit on it. But, it is what it is there. Cooper, again, great game for her today. 23 points, 11 boards, 7 assists on the day. Only 1 turnover. That's a hell of a game for Cooper, no doubt about it. Boyd, no points. Wolfenbarger, none. Maya Paldo, no points. Civil, 13 points. Good debut for her with 4 rebounds. Pearl had 2 points. Latham had 4 points as well. If I go down the stat column, the team stats, and I look at this one on the day, both teams shot 39% from the field. 27% Lady Vols 3-point range, NC State 29. Here's the difference in the two. Lady Vols 9 out of 33, NC State 5 out of 17. This is something that reared its head last year in losses was there were absolutely too damn many 3-pointers being taken. And, and I said the 2 stats that play off one another. This is the second one for me that goes it. Free throws. Lady Vols, 8 out of 14, 57%. NC State, 15 out of 21, 71%. If you want to see the difference in the game, right there it is for you. 7-point difference on the free throw line. Yeah, the Lady Vols, 12-point difference in 3-pointers. But I look at it, too, that NC State's getting to the line. NC State got there 21 times. Lady Vols, 14. Turnovers, 11-10. Lady Vols, NC State rebounds 48-48. Very even on that one. Second chance points 17-17. Points in the paint 38-38. Blocks 4-5. Still 6-7. Assists 14-16. 11 lead changes. 2 times tied today. To me, it comes down to too many 3-pointers and not enough free throws. And NC State, of course, gets the big rebound late. Not much Tennessee could do on that one. Not much Tennessee could do. The play at the end lacked a lot to be desired, but nobody could get open. That's why you don't leave the inbounder wide open to throw it in. You got to give NC State credit on the defense, and the shot at the end was there was no hope with that one. I mean, it had to get the ball in at that point, or it was going to be a turnover. So to me on that one, I mean, was it a bad play? You can't really say that when you saw how NC State defended it. Just my opinion on that. I think you got to tip the cap to them on that. You got to tip it to them on getting the rebound off the missed three at the end and hitting their 2 free throws. That's the bottom line. NC State made the plays. The Lady Vols didn't at the end. And again, you blow a 10-point lead. You get down by almost 10 again. The results kind of speak for themselves in that regard. But positives today, this team will get better. And I'm not making excuses for them, but, with the Ruby Whitehorn dismissal, it's been a tough week for the Lady Vols because I would argue that was your second best player coming in to this season that you had to dismiss just a couple of days before a pretty big season opener against a really good team here. But as this team continues to gel, as they continue to move forward, you got to like the potential of them. The freshmen, some of the freshmen showed out. Mia Paldo, Civil. How will the rest contribute along the way? Your transfers, Barker, a really good first game for her in here as well. There were people when Cooper gone at the end of last year said bad attitude and stuff. No, you needed Cooper back, and it looks to me like Cooper's balled in and doing her thing. Lady Vols moving forward. ETSU Friday, UT Martin Sunday. Next Thursday, Belmont, then Middle Tennessee, Coppin State, and then November 30th at UCLA. That'll be a big one. That'll be a fun one as well. They got Stanford December 3rd, Winthrop, Louisville, Southern Indiana. That wraps up the calendar year of 2025. Of course, they've got the UConn game in February as well. Pretty good non-conference schedule that they play, and then, of course, you get an SEC play as well. I don't think all is lost today with this loss. It's disappointing. It's one I think if you're Kim Caldwell and staff, you look back on and think you could have won this basketball game today, no doubt about it. But there's things to take away from it to like. There's things to look at and work on as well. To me, it still boils down to 33 three-pointers, only 9 made, and not getting to the free throw line enough. And to me, they've got some players who can create and get there instead of this team just settling for three-pointers. And, hopefully that's something they'll learn from. Hopefully it's something that's not a big – I don't know, something that we don't see a lot this year. We saw it at times last year. And, maybe if we continue to see that more and more, I think you can chalk it up to this. That's just what this offense is going to be. And maybe that's what it is right now. But tough loss, but it's one game. It's one game against the top 10 team. And really what is almost a home game for them in my respect. But it looked like Lady Vols crowd showed out well, as I expected they would. And, there's good days ahead. There's bright days ahead for this squad. Lots of talent. It's a deep team. And, one thing for me on it with, what was it, like around 3 minutes ago, and they subbed out all 5, took everybody off. NC State goes down, hits a three-pointer to get the game back even, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. At that point in the game, I question taking out Cooper and Barker. I really do. And I get they're trying to get them an extra rest or what have you, but, man, that late in the game, that tight, I don't know that would have mattered. I really don't. It may not have mattered at all. NC State might have still hit the three, but over subbing at that point in the game, I don't know that I'm a big fan of it. I want my main players on the court at that point in time, but we'll see where they go moving forward. I would imagine Kim Caldwell and his staff will be looking at it. They'll examine this one pretty well, but it's a good first game with good things and a lot to look back on what we can be better at along the way. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you when I see you.